this is what we need to code. Stroke during cardiac surgery. Okay? What do you think our main term is? Bingo. Stroke. Remember, it's not going to ever be an anatomical site. Okay? It's always the condition or the disease. The patient had a stroke. Okay? The patient also had it during cardiac surgery, which is important. Okay? So we're going to go in our alphabetic index to the word stroke. Okay? All right. Let everybody get there. Okay, so it says stroke, right? Then I've got all those non-essential modifiers like apoplectic, embolic, blah, 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 okay? But we know it was during cardiac surgery, right? So I'm going to look at those subterms. Epileptic, nope. Heat, stroke, no. In evolution, I don't even know what that means. Intraoperative. Well, there's a key, right? It was during surgery. Intraoperative, okay? I know, it is. It's like doing puzzles.
Right.
It really is.
You just,
You got to put all these pieces together and then you come out with codes.
oh.
Because, I'll have people sometimes, they're like, well, you're a coder, you must be good at math. I'm like, I'm the worst at math. These are not math.
Right, we're not doing problems. We don't do puzzles.
No,
We don't work.
no. This is it. This is not math numbers.
Yes.
These are my own special number, okay? All right. So we've got intraoperative, right? We indent again, pardon me, and it says during cardiac surgery or during other surgery, right?
Right.
So what that means is I have one specific code during cardiac surgery, which I guess that probably happens a lot since it gets its own code, right? Any other kind of surgery would have that other code. My mom, for example, had a stroke during knee replacement surgery. Okay? So that would be coded during other surgery. That's everything else.
Okay, so we would do what's up there with the
Tell me what the code is, Judy.
I-97.810.
Okay? So we know, I feel pretty good about that, right? Because it's pretty straightforward. Stroke, intraoperative during cardiac surgery, but I can't stop here, I've got to go to the back.
Right.
Okay, so
Oh,
now
that's
we're,
right, that's right. It
right?
is.
So we're going to go to I, back here. I-97. .810.
Okay.
Okay, we find it back there? Okay, cool. It's like one of the last ones, isn't it? All right, now, here's what I'm talking about with step 6. You've got to read and verify stuff back here once you're in the tabular. You can't, don't ever just glance at it and go, looks cool.
Okay.
All right? Because there's other junk going on, right? First thing I would recommend, especially as you're really getting into gear, see up at the top it says Chapter 9, Diseases of the Circulatory System. Well, mine does. Probably does on the side, though. Like right here. Oh, no, it's just got the numbers. Okay. I had a different book. Okay. I want to make sure I'm in the right chapter. Because if I've got a broken ankle and I'm in endocrine, I'm wrong.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Now, like,
Sorry.
no, it's okay. All right. So, now I've got a 2016 book. I'm not as fancy as you guys with your 2018 books. All right. All right. This is just what I have at home. All right. So, you'll notice. I'm gonna look over your shoulders to make sure I know what yours looks like. Okay. So it says I-97.8, right? It doesn't have the other stuff.
Right, yeah.
Yours has a dot next to it, right? Do you see that? A bullet point? Okay. That bullet point means you need an additional digit. Now it says it down here. If you forget what that bullet means, look at the bottom of the page because it's got a cheat sheet down here, right? Means I need another digit. These ICD-10 codes are between 3 and 7 digits, okay? But that's what I mean when I have to code to the highest level of specificity. Each digit adds more specificity to the code, okay? If I submitted I-97.8 to a payer, they'd be like, that's not even my code.
Right.
Okay? Can't do it. So, I need one more code, or it says I need another digit, so I come down to I-97.81, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now it says intraoperative cerebrovascular infarction, which is a stroke, right? Okay? You don't want to infarct anything either, that's bad. All right. But there's another bullet point next to it, right? Okay, means I need another digit. Okay. That's a, yep. So I need, here it's, I had 4, it said you need 5. So I looked at the one with 5 and it said, oh no, you need 6. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I go down to 197.811, or 810, pardon me, I got ahead of myself. It says intraoperative cerebrovascular infarction during cardiac surgery, and there's no bullet next to it. I'm cool. Okay? That's, you've got to watch those little notes and crazy things like that. Let me see what you're seeing. Nope, it's the one to the left of it.
Oh,
It's that one.
so since that didn't have it, I
Uh-huh.
don't have to worry about keeping.
Keep going, you don't have to keep going.
Okay.
Okay, so this bullet means I need 5 digits. I go down to 5 digits. That bullet says, nope, you need 6 digits. And I come down here, no more bullets.
Okay.
No more other weird notes.
Okay.
I'm good. Okay. You'll notice under 197.8, it also says use additional code if applicable to further specify disorder. Do y'all see that?
Mhm.
You're going to want to watch for stuff like that too. That's telling you I maybe need another code.
Okay.
Okay, so maybe I don't know, maybe I've got high blood pressure, and that's in the diagnostic statement, right?
Okay.
So it's saying, okay, hey, if they've got something else going on, use that code too.
Okay.
Okay, you need both of them. It'll give you notes as to, like, if I've got more than one code, it'll say code first, like, it'll say stuff like code first underlying condition on some stuff. So say if I had a diabetic cataract, to go back through that, I'd have a code for the diabetic cataract, and it would say code first the underlying condition, which is diabetes. So it's sequencing is important too. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I know some codes have to have a placeholder,
Mm-hmm.
and the placeholder is next, right?
Correct.
Okay, so when you come to a code that says, I'm trying to explain this to her, she didn't understand. So if it says, say your code only has 4 numbers like this one, M54.9, and you need 6, so that would be,
It's going to specifically say if I need a
Yeah,
placeholder.
that's
So
what I
this
thought.
obviously is not going to need a placeholder because it doesn't indicate that, okay? So go to, let me just find one. Okay. Let's just go here, for example. Go to S83.5. Okay. These pages are crazy looking. Yeah, they really are. Okay, so if you look at S8 3.5, right, it says sprain of cruciate ligament of knee, correct? Okay. It has a bullet that says you need another digit, correct? Okay, so I go down to S8 3.50, right? It says I need another digit, right? Okay. So then I go down to S8 3.501. It says I need another digit, right?
We're lost back here.
S8 3.5. You're in, let's see, S8 3. There you go.
Oh,
Okay.
okay,
All right.
sorry.
No, you're fine. Okay. So I'm at S8 3.501, right? And it's got another bullet.
Right. Keep it.
Keep having, but there's no more things. Okay? So that could mean a couple things. It could mean I need a placeholder. Okay? But a lot of times for these injuries and stuff, what that means is it wants to show, you need a code for the episode of care. Sorry, it took me a minute to think of the word. If you go to S83, that's your whole category, right? Just flip back where it says S83, and that's all it says. I mean, you might not flip back, remember my book's different.
Okay, here's 83.
Okay, S83 is dislocation and sprain of joints of ligaments of knee, right? You go down, you see that little blue box,
Yep.
and it says, the appropriate seventh character is to be added to each code from category S83. There's that magical seventh digit it wants. It's not really a digit. Do you see it? Right here. Okay? All right. So A means initial encounter. That means it's the first time the doctor's seen you for this. Okay? So what was it, like some sort of sprain? I don't remember. Okay? First time I go to the doctor, you're going to put that A on there. Okay? D, subsequent encounter. So that's like for follow-up care, right?
Okay.
Okay? The S is for sequela. What that means is like late effects. Okay? So say maybe 5 years ago, I sprained that ligament in my knee and now I've got arthritis and I'm going back for that. Okay? That's like a late effect. Okay? Do you see what I mean by episode of care?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you see that when I say, you got to follow all these notes in the tabular, sometimes you got to really go back to figure out what they want. Okay? Now, does that make sense, kind of? Okay. I know I'm just whipping through stuff really fast, and I'm so sorry. All right, so now to kind of get to that placeholder, let's find a good one for that. Okay. Let's go to T41.0. Okay, T41.0 says poisoning by adverse effect and underdosing of inhaled anesthetics. Excludes oxygen. I'm going to read that's important. I go to T41.0 and there's an X next to it, right? And I've still got all these bullets saying you need more digits, right? Okay? Everybody with me? Awesome. Okay. So next to T41.0X, it says you need another digit. So I go down and I see T41.0X1, right? Because I have to have 7 digits on that code. That's what the book says. Okay? Those X's indicate a placeholder because each number means something. T41.0 means poisoning by adverse effect and underdosing of anesthetics. When I add that X, that gives me my next digit. But the 1 means accidental. T4 1.0x2 means intentional self-harm. T4 1.0x3 means assault. Okay, each one of those digits means something. I have to have 7 characters. They don't have 7 characters in it, so there's a placeholder X. I know that is the screwiest thing you ever heard in your life. It is designed to allow for future expansion of the code set. That eventually, if we need more specificity, we can just plop that right in there.
Okay, so we don't have to worry about doing it.
If it says X, just put it in. It means it needs 7 digits, but that's why 1's an X.
Okay.
Okay? It's just making sure that it's long enough, but it doesn't really mean anything. Okay? When you're in the tabular, you want to watch for those little notes boxes. When it says, you know, the appropriate 7th characters to be added to each code from category T41, that means if any of those codes, the first 3 digits is T41, you need one of those on the end. Okay? Okay? Anything starts with T41, you got to stick one of those suckers on the end. All right? Watch for cross references, watch for those bullets. That's where I see a lot of problems too, is like that we just don't have enough digits because we're not paying attention to those bullets. Okay? Watch if it tells you to need to code something else. Watch for sequencing, because it'll say stuff like use additional code, code first underlying condition, that kind of stuff.